citrus series, right? We have to have names for I guess try to make up rivalries and that sort of thing. Well, we got that with Miami and Tampa Bay. I will say this is probably the best pitching matchup of the day. You got basically two aces going. You got Pablo Lopez going for Miami, Shane McClanahan going for Tampa. The Rays are a $1.45 favorite. Very low total here at 6.5 with I guess the pristine indoor conditions there at Tropicana Field. Let's get this thing cracking here. Miami and Tampa Bay. I believe. Is this a base winner pick? I mean, when I see Shane McClanahan, I got to think it's a base winner pick, right?
It is not a base winner pick, and it is a Jeff pick. And
I think that
after his disparaging comments about Shane McClanahan and my number affinity for Shane McClanahan, I don't think he should be allowed to bet a Shane McClanahan game. Personally.
Okay, well I don't have it because this is Jeff's pick. Go ahead, Jeff.
Yeah, I actually have two picks for this game, which is something I'm taking a shot with. I don't really do that, but I'm going to do it here. Look, I don't have any issue with McClanahan. Do I think he's the best pitcher in baseball? No, but look, you have to admit he's been very good, and I'll give him the credit that he deserves. He's been terrific, quite frankly. And when you look at the Marlins, I mean, this team has been just not very easy to back offensively. They're just not that good. And you look at against left-handed pitching, this group is hitting 208 on the season, slugging only 343, OPS 617, just not very good. They really struggle against left-handed pitching. And what do we know about Tampa Bay as well? Very good bullpen, one of the best in baseball. Throw in the fact that the Miami Marlins have one of the better bullpens in baseball. So we have to feel like both bullpens will do their job. Let's look at the other side. Well, Pablo Lopez, this guy we've talked about on this show time and time again, has been terrific. He's been very, very good, particularly on the road. You look at his road numbers. In 19 innings on the road, he's only given up one earned run, has got an ERA south of 0.5. Pretty impressive. This has been a Tampa Bay offense at times that struggles. We know they don't have a ton of big-time power hitters. They're more of a small ball type of lineup. I'm looking at this total, and I'm saying, look, I don't bet a lot of 6.5s, but this seems like just the type of game for 6.5. This kind of screams to me 3-2, 2-1, 4-2 at worst. I don't think we see a ton of runs in this game. There's not a ton of power in either lineup here. And you have two lineups, and one in particular that really struggles against the opposing pitcher. I think we see deep starts from probably both these guys in this game and have two good bullpens to kind of back it up on the other end. Now, I'm going to play the under 6.5, and I'm also going to drink a little juice. And as you said, with the citrus series here, I don't have any problem drinking juice. I actually just had an orange before we went on the air here, so it actually bodes real well for me. I'm actually also going to play no run in the first inning. I'm going to hope to get 6 quick outs here and get a unit under my belt. I look at McClanahan. He's been as I just alluded to, very good. Lopez has been real good on the road, as I talked about. And you look at it in his starts, 31-9 since the start of 2020 in the first inning. These guys don't really allow runs in the first inning. Three guys in both lineups that I'm not real in love with. None have very good numbers against the opposing pitcher. I think we see kind of a quick sweat here. We get a quick couple of outs. And I think we don't see many runs in this game in general. So I'm going to kind of correlate it here. No run in the first inning as well.
Pretty sound logic. I mean, you analyze that perfectly. The way I looked at this game exactly. Low scoring game, two ace pitchers, two struggling offenses for the most part. Base winner, you back that up?
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to make a case to not play the under here. As far as my model, I have a projection of 5.4 runs, and that's no surprise. Lopez number 8 out of 150 in the base winner ratings, and Shane McClanahan number 4 in the long-term ratings. And if you go over to BaseWinner.com, who is number 1 in base winner ERA? Well, that's our friend, Mr. Shane McClanahan. And to me, based on his numbers year to date, he's got to be the front runner for the Cy Young. So I have no issue with Jeff playing a under for the full game or any really derivation of it, because all the numbers support it. The one thing that I think that if to play devil's advocate, to look at Pablo Lopez's stuff plus, because all of his numbers, even the more granular stuff, are pretty good as well. But if you look at his stuff plus, that's the one that kind of sticks out. It's only 37 percentile, but he does have pretty elite location numbers. His location plus is a 90%. So I think that that'll make up for that 37% stuff plus. And just to kind of round this game out with the bullpens, Tampa Bay is 5th in that 3-metric chart. And then Miami is 8th. So both top 10 bullpens based on swinging strike percentage, hard hit per 9, and expected walk rate. So I think that it's a good play, Jeff. I'm going to root it in for you. In fact, I might make a personal bet myself.
Keep in mind one other thing, kind of correlating it to the no run in the first inning. Lopez, McClanahan's really good. Lopez as well. I mean, 16-2 on the road since the start of 2 seasons ago. I mean, he's hit 16 of 18, no run in the first innings. These are numbers that we can't go against. I'll ask you though quickly, what'd you say Lopez's rank for you is?
He's number 8 in the long term.
Okay, so there you go, 8th and 1st. So look,
8 and 4 long term. Number 1 year-to-date base winner ERA. Lopez year-to-date base winner ERA is 25th, Jeff. So a couple different sets of ratings, but all great for both pitchers. So
look, it's rare you get one of those 0-0 games in like the 6th inning. I'd love for that here. Give me an easy, no nonsense 0-0. We get a walk off in the 9th, and that's that. Give me something like that.
As much as I like this, and it makes a lot of sense, I guess I'll throw the devil's advocate out there. There's one thing that just alarms me about not playing this game and kind of got me off. You guys know I like Lopez, and I got on him in the very beginning. His last outing, something went wrong on that last outing against the lowly Nationals, where he only went 3 innings. He walked 4 guys. He gave up 3 runs. So I'm wondering, is there something wrong with this? Because coming off of that outing's a little bit scary because that's not like Lopez. And I understand everyone's going to kind of throw in a clunker, but I mean, he was really bad in the last outing. So coming back trying to play an under, that's the only concern I have. And again, it wasn't against a stellar, offensive team. It was against the Nats.
Yeah, but I will say this. I mean, listen, he had been so good really up until then. I mean, keep in mind the previous 3 starts, the one you just mentioned, he had 23 strikeouts in 3 starts. I mean, that's it. We kind of are holding him to this level of, is he as good as he's been? I mean, he's not going to be elite always. And look, I'll always say, I know the Nats are not a good team. They're not a bad offense, though. They're not a team that's like 208 they're in the 240s, 250s offense. They're not terrible. So yeah,
I guess the alarming thing for me, Jeff, was the walks. That
Sure.
And when you see walks out of the norm like that, and he gets pulled that early, that tells me it could be an injury. And again, a lot of these guys are not that forthcoming, with the injuries. So I'm just saying, I hope that's not the case. But I'm just saying that was a little red flag for me. Why so many walks? It's one thing getting batted around the yard, but his control was awful in that last outing. That's
I hear you. I mean, and look,
I'm ready. No, I think it's, and like I told you, I think it's sound logic what you outlaid. That was the only thing. Like, what happened to Lopez here, or what is happening with Lopez? So hopefully that's just an outlier. It goes 0-0 at the end of 1, and I agree. It should be 3-2. If you lose this bet on your total, it's probably going to be because of the bullpens. And
no, listen, anytime you bet a 6.5, you're going to have to, kind of gulp a little bit. But, I'm just hoping it was just a bad start and he comes back here and does some good things again.
Yeah. All right, let's lock Jeff in with with 2 wagers on this game. Again, the first inning, no runs, and then also the under a 6.5 with Miami and Tampa Bay. So there we go.